Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Laurence. The English adopted Laurence from the French, originally derived from the Latin Laurentius, essentially meaning someone from Laurentum. Laurentum was an ancient Roman city in the Latium region southwest of Rome, and some Roman historians considered it as the first capital of the Latins. As such, Laurentius was a common Roman given name during the Classical era, and the name has persisted for millennia through the Middle Ages and into modern times in many forms: Laurence, Laurence, Lars, Lorenz, Lorenzo, etc. The name of the ancient city of Laurentum may have been derived from the Latin word laurus, which means laurel, a symbol of wisdom and accomplishment. Incidentally, Laurence is actually a female name in France, while the English use both spellings of Laurence or Laurence for boys. Larry is the English short form of Laurence. Personality of the boy named Laurence. The number 7 personality is deeply mystical and highly in tune with their spirituality. They operate on a different wavelength than the average Joe. Spending time alone comes easily to 7s, as it gives them time to contemplate philosophical, religious, and spiritual ideas in an effort to find real truth. 7s are wise, but often exude mystery as if they are tapped into something the rest of us don't understand. They love the outdoors and are fed by nature. 7s are constantly seeking to understand human nature, our place in the universe, and the mystery of life in general. This makes them quite artistic and poetic, but they are also keen observers with high intellect, so they are equally scientific-minded. 7s are charitable and care deeply about the human condition. Popularity of the boy named Laurence. Laurence has been the preferred spelling of this name in America, but Laurence has had a long history of usage as well. Earlier in the 20th century, Laurence maintained pretty consistent moderate usage until the 1960s. At this point, it became clear the name was going out of style. In fact, Laurence fell off the American boys' naming charts completely in 1995 and has yet to return. Laurence is still hanging in there, but Laurence isn't making the cut. We actually prefer the Laurence spelling over Laurence. It just looks more old-fashioned in a dignified sort of way. Quick facts on Laurence. Gender, boy. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Laurents. Simple meaning, man from Laurentum. Characteristics of Laurence. Imaginative, philosophical, wise, eccentric, mystical, intuitive, solitary. Cultural references to the baby name Laurence. Literary characters of the baby name Laurence. Theodore Laurie Laurence is the neighbor of the March family in Louisa May Alcott's Little Women, published in 1868-69. He is quite a catch, being charming, handsome and rich, but for some mysterious reason, Joe turns down his proposal of marriage, preferring his platonic friendship. Of course, as we all know, Joe's future harbors the affable German professor, but not to worry, Mr. Laurence does not go to waste. Naturally, he passes his attentions on to the youngest and vainest sister, Amy. She's no fool, she accepts him, and they marry and live happily ever for a little while anyway.